Sambolo Vinaka, Namaste, and welcome to another episode of Super Rugby Fijians. Now this week, we will bring you Waikato Chiefs winger, Asaeli Tikoirotuma, as promised last week.
Well, John, after a short break, Super Rugby continued last week.
You're right, Rodney. Now, before we take a look at Asaeli Tikoirotuma, why don't we check out some of the highlights of the game played last weekend?
For the Highlanders, they go wide to Becky Dye. Straight hard running the outside to Smith. Osborne. Patrick Osborne with the first try. Put it down to the power running. Got Becky Dye. Oh, big flying. Somehow Bully's got it back. And now Cruden stabbing one through for Sweeney to go get after. Oh, the bounce. And Sweeney's in. Oh, bouncing up for Sopuanga. Murray tries to break up. Becky Dye.
Crusaders should be back in alignment as the Hurricanes working away. Wide it goes for Thompson. Great Thompson.
Lealiafano. Iona, and it's been intercepted! And it is a low for a loafer. They're giving chase, but they won't drag him in. A loafer. Deal. Falau. Gives it to a loafer. There's the fourth try. There's the double for a loafer. It goes, and they keep it alive. This could be the try of the match, and it is. Crashing over is Cliffy Palu. Does he deserve a try? You better believe it. Waller, and he puts on the boot. This sits up well for here higher West. Oh, the little West kid. He's got game West. Sneaks close, found Moena. Biffing, bopping, barging, and Granville Ahmed quick through the hands. West shoots it to Vicinea. It's a blitzkrieg early. A real crispness to their play, the Blues. Reid shrugs and slips past. Hodge gets men around him. Looks to have got it.
Well, welcome back. Well, that's some of the highlights of the game played last weekend.
Well, John,
Yes,
when we're
Rodney.
talking about Asaeli Tikoirotuma,
Yeah?
I just wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
Did you notice one thing
No.
about Asaeli Tikoirotuma? Well, when he was playing for the Waikato Chiefs, he played on the wing.
Oh, yeah.
Last week for Fiji, he played as an outside center.
Yes. You're right,
This
Rodney.
proves that Asaeli Tikoirotuma is a good utilization player.
A good what?
Utilization player, you know, the players that can play in any position.
You mean a good utility player?
Utility, utilization, all the same.
Well, we'll get there, Rodney. Why don't we just join our inside man, Vasil Pasad, who is with Asaeli Tikoirotuma.
Now we are at defending champion of Super Rugby Chiefs playing ground. This is the venue where they play and train and have won Super Rugby twice. Our own Asaeli Tikoirotuma is being part of this training run with 5 other All Blacks. Stay with us, we'll find out more about them.
I was born in CWM Hospital in Suva and live in Valilebu. Started off at the barracks and then we moved to Naviwakau Road. I attended Ndelenamasi Government School from class 1 to 8, and then I moved over to Gospel High School as a third former. From there I went to Marist Brothers High School from 4 to 6, and then I went to Nesinu for 1 year before I came here and spent another last year in Wanganui before I started my professional rugby career from there. Yeah, I started playing rugby when I was 9 at Ndelenamasi. I had a lot of victories from there as well, and got another title when I was in Marist, and the last one was at Wanganui City College. Yeah, like in school level, that's where I get all those titles from. I didn't get up to that level when I was in Fiji. I was just basically hiding around, not wanting to showcase myself, I think. But yeah, things came short and I have to come to New Zealand. I think, yeah, at one stage my dad was wanting me to be a boxer, but then my mom always tell me not to be a boxer. But then I decided something special out there for me as a rugby player, and I think that's how I got here. Yeah, I was still at school, I guess, as a fourth former in Marsh Brothers when I was playing for senior team Kandavu club, and then I was playing Fiji secondary schools. We played New Zealand, and that's when I got an opportunity to come to Wanganui.
And your memories on the field, you have played 2 Super Rugby trophies, you have won 2 Super Rugby trophies. What are your memories on field? Have you ever got any sweet memories there?
Yeah, I think the sweetest memory that I have, apart from winning the trophies, was probably scoring 4 tries against the Blues in Albany Park against Blues. And yeah, I think on that day my dad was watching as well before he left to go back home to Fiji. So yeah, it was a proud moment for me. I think my biggest fan still now is my mom. She's passed away. But yeah, apart from that, it's just my family, my wife and 3 kids. And yeah, especially my dad. My best player that I've always wanted to watch and follow was Brian O'Driscoll. Yeah, he's an Irish, but I don't know why. Maybe because I play similar position as him when I was playing 13. Our experience flying Fijians was a good tour, but like I said in my interview in Fiji, there's still heaps to be done in the environment, coaching wise, managing wise, and yeah, I'll be off to Harlequins straight after Super whenever we have our last game. Yeah, probably a week or 2 after our last game, and yeah, I think that's final. My first year, it was unbelievable to be winning the title, but in my second year, winning it again was not as shocked as I was when in the first year. Yeah, very much. I miss my dad especially because no one is at home looking after him and stuff. Just some relatives looking after him, but not any of us kids. So yeah, miss him a lot. Well, I guess everyone playing Super Rugby as a Fijian, they're probably always aiming for All Blacks, but if they don't get it, then there's other options. So yeah, I guess I was trying for that, but couldn't reach that, so I looked on the other side.
And remember, if you're a Super Rugby fan, you could be in to win a Highlanders jersey. Just text in your answer to the following question. Who is the Fijian player in the Highlanders team? Text to 3597 to go into the draw to win that Highlanders jersey. So start texting now. Welcome back. As you can see, we are here at Valelevu, the hometown of Asaeli Tikoirotuma, and of course, my friend Rodney.
Well, this is our hometown, and this is the same ground that we used to play rugby together with Tix.
You mean this? Wait, you mean Tikoirotuma?
Well, yeah, here we call him Tix.
Oh, Tix. Oh, okay.
So this ground,
Yeah.
it has produced 2 rugby stars.
Okay, Asaeli Tikoirotuma for once.
That's one. The second one, just take a guess, wild guess.
I'm not really sure.
It's me,
You mean you're the second rugby superstar?
Tikoirotuma. The
Yes.
speed that he has,
Okay.
the goose step that he has.
Oh yeah,
Where did he learn that from?
probably from his coach.
From the boy himself.
You mean he learned that from you? Well, I think we'll talk more on that a bit later. Why don't we just join Vasil Prasad again, who's with Asaeli Tikoirotuma.
So far we played last Friday, was just hit out for 60 minutes. As expected, wasn't that fresh, was a bit crusty, but that's how everything starts. I guess if you want to be on top of every other players, you have to do the right thing and you have to keep training, and yeah, especially when the trainers are giving out the program. So I don't think there's any problem with it if you're doing the right thing. Yeah, there's heaps training program that the coaches give out and the trainers, and we have to follow that, because at the end of the day they'll call us in to have a testing, and if you fail those testing, that means you're not doing it. So it's all up to you. I think we have test every 2 weeks or so leading up to this pre-season, but yeah, the last one we just had a week ago, and yeah, I think nutrition wise, since I come from a genetic family with this build, I'm not so worried about what I eat, and yeah, I'm not yeah, but if I eat something that's not right for my body, I always feel guilty, and I make sure I do training to burn that up. Playing in this professional sport, we expected to eat at least 5 times a day. So yeah, in between we have protein and all those stuff that will keep us going, and which is said not to be done in Fiji. But yeah, we are lucky to have all those ingredients and all those resources here in New Zealand. I think if you're honest to what you do in your training wise, everything will fall into place. Like, there won't be any injury, and if you do your recovery well, if you do little things right, your body will be a big part of it, and there will be injury free as the outcome. I think if you don't do little things right, there's heaps of risk that will come down to getting injuries, and you don't want to get into that place. The only difficult time I had here with the Chiefs was pre-season, and that's always been the case. During pre-season, they will get the best out of you. They will do whatever they can to get the true colors of you, if you can keep going, or if you can't handle things. That's how they rate you here, by giving you hard stuff. We no longer do beep test here, we do yo-yo test. That's another fitness similar to beep test, but yeah, I've been progressing in that, and I've been getting some PBs in that as well. So I think every time we have a break, couple of weeks, that's when we get tested as well. So whatever you do, you should be on top of your game. We don't do 100 meters here, just 10 and 30s. So yeah, I think many people say that I'm fast, but yeah, but I rated other players like Tim Nanai Williams and yeah, other players in the team. Yeah, I think for this season I hold the record for 30 meters, and that was just 1.58 seconds. It's going to be a big challenge. All the teams are coming after us, so like I said, we're going to have to be on top of our game, do little things right to help our team and defend the title. Hopefully we can go for a three-peat, but only time will tell.
And remember, if you're a Super Rugby fan, you could be in to win a Highlanders jersey. Just text in your answer to the following question: who is the Fijian player in the Highlanders team? Text to 3597 to go into the draw to win that Highlanders jersey. So start texting now. Well, welcome back.
John,
Now, yes, Rodney.
this is my town.
Okay.
This is the same town the two rugby stars were born.
Oh,
X, and of course myself.
Tikoirotuma and yourself. Yeah.
So I'm about to head in to do some shopping.
Okay, well, tell me something. What are you planning to buy?
I'm planning to buy some healthy stuff.
Okay.
Cabbages,
Lettuce,
cucumbers.
Potato.
To give me that vital vitamins and
Okay.
minerals. Vitamins A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Right up to Z.
Well, okay. Now, before you head into do your shopping, why don't we just join Vasil Prasad again, who is with Asaeli Tikoirotuma's dad?
I used to be a boxer before. I don't play rugby. I told him to be a boxer, and no, I'll play rugby. So he started playing rugby. Me, I like boxing. I don't like rugby. Yeah. So, and that's how I started to be a rugby player. Like him playing rugby, because he played well too. So I thank him, that's his choice. Before we used to stay at the barrack down there at the Vallejo. So in 1960 something we moved up here. We bought this house here, the housing authority, and we stayed here. He used to be a married student and then come to Masino Secondary, and he likes to play rugby. I told him to play, to be a boxer. I can teach him, and he said no, I'll play rugby. I have only two sons. So one Asaeli and one now staying in America. He's a very good boy. He always follow what I told him. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say. He's a good boy. He always liked to be a rugby player. When they knock off at school, just come put the bag home and change. Went down to the ground there at Vallejo. He likes to play rugby. Sometimes when I came after school, went to the ground there, and he came here about 9 o'clock. Yeah. Hey, what you doing? Oh, we're playing rugby then. Yeah, me too. I used to play rugby before, but but not like boxing. Boxing is better to me. He likes to be with mother all the time, but he had bad luck when mother died. So they're happy. And so I don't have to get another mother. Because the only mother that he loves is the mother, real mother. Yeah, I'm really happy about it. When I saw him score 4 tries. Just because most the game that he likes is rugby and no other. Because I don't play rugby like him. I used to go for boxing. But when the time he scored much tries, so I really happy on it. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I always go to New Zealand and in America. America is my daughter there and my son, youngest one. But in New Zealand, Asaeli and another daughter there. So I only went there when my leg was good. I don't know this time I can go in the aeroplane or not. Yeah, I really have a good. Because all the guys here they know him in Vallejo. All these people staying in Vallejo, we friends. When he made a try, what was that? Okay, they came to me and we drink grog but we joke there. They say, "Is he like you or like your mother?" My mother don't play. His mother don't play rugby. Only me, I play rugby. He used to joke about them. Son, not only my son in New Zealand, plenty of guys here to their son in overseas, Australia. I think the best thing is to help them in doing what they want. If they want to play rugby, help them. So what they need to have in playing rugby, you buy it to them or what. And if they don't like rugby, they play in soccer or what, you give them their needs. What they really want, you give it to them. If you don't give it to them, they'll have a bad heart and bad things on you.
As promised, we have drawn the winner of the texting competition. The question was, who are the defending champions for Super Rugby? And the right answer, of course, is Chiefs or Waikato Chiefs. And the lucky winner is Kalpesh Parmar of Suva. Kalpesh has received the Chiefs jersey autographed by Asaeli Tikoirotuma. Congratulations, Kalpesh.
And remember, if you're a Super Rugby fan, you could be in to win a Highlanders jersey. Just text in your answer to the following question. Who is the Fijian player in the Highlanders team? Text to 3597 to go into the draw to win that Highlanders jersey. So start texting now.
Well, that's a show for tonight. John,
yes, Ronnie.
I've changed my mind.
Okay, tell me why have you changed your mind?
Next year, I'm just gonna focus on Waikato Chiefs. And no more Reds, no more Highlanders, no more Melbourne Rebels.
Okay,
Just Waikato Chiefs.
now tell me why.
Because next year,
Yes?
we'll be leaving to play for Harlequins in Japan.
You mean the Harlequins Rugby Club in England?
Oh yeah, in England. So that gives me the chance to finally wear that number 11 jersey.
Well, you know what, Rodney? I'll support you all the way. Now, to all our viewers, don't forget, coming up in next week's show, we'll bring you Brumbies winger Henry Spade. Now, until then,
Namaste.
and Nisamode.